This video covers how to cite websites in APA 7 format. Students generally use a number of different open web sources when doing research, from news websites like CNN to government websites like the CDC. The updates made to APA 7 can make citing these sources a little confusing. The key to clearing up the confusion about citing websites in APA is to keep in mind that when it comes to web-based material, APA makes a distinction between a reference category and the method of retrieval. A reference category refers to the way we classify particular work. The most common reference categories used include books, magazine articles, newspaper and journal articles, but there are dozens of categories, including government reports, dissertations, and the list goes on. There is also a reference category for websites, and we'll talk about when to use it. The method of retrieval is the way in which we access the work. You might retrieve it by pulling a book or magazine off a shelf. You might also use a library database or the open web. In APA 7, the way in which you retrieve a work matters and will determine how you cite that work. Works in any of these reference categories might be retrieved on the open web, but that doesn't mean they belong in the reference category of websites. Even though they were retrieved online, they still keep their reference category. So the first thing to ask yourself when looking at a work online is, what type of work is on this website? Does it fit any of the other APA reference categories? Is it a government report, a newspaper article, a magazine article? If so, refer to the citation guidance for that particular category. Include the URL at the end of the citation to indicate you accessed the work online. The second thing to ask yourself is, does this work fit into any APA reference category? APA provides citation guidance for a number of different types of works, including audiovisual works, social media posts, and audio works that we normally find online. If you're not sure whether there is a category for the kind of work you're citing, consult the APA 7 manual, visit an online APA 7 guide like the Excelsior OWL, or contact a librarian for help. We use the website reference category only if there is no other reference category that fits and you've exhausted all other possibilities. There are a number of different websites out there, including news websites, government and agency websites, and various organization websites. If you're not sure if what you're looking at is a website or some other type of work, Wikipedia is a very good source for that information. For example, I'm planning on using this article published on the USA Today website. I'm not sure whether usatoday.com is a news website or if USA Today is an online newspaper. A quick search on wikipedia.com reveals that USA Today is actually an online newspaper, so I will follow the APA 7 citation guidelines for a newspaper article and include the URL at the end of my citation. If you're still not sure whether a work you're looking at online is a website or something else, ask a librarian. Librarians are trained in all areas related to research and citation. Now that we know our work is definitely a website, how do we go about citing it? Here is the template for citing a website in APA 7. The author or group author comes first, followed by the date of publication, the title of the work in italics, the website name, and finally the URL. If the work you're citing has no personal author, you can use the name of the group that published the information. For example, this article posted on the USDA.gov website has no individual author. In this case, we can use the group that published the website, which is the United States Department of Agriculture. And if we include the USDA as the group author, we can leave out the name of the website to avoid redundancy. If the article is undated, be sure to note that by typing N.D. in parentheses after the author's name. In most cases, you will not use the wording retrieved from in your citation. This language is used only if the contents of the web page are designed to change over time. For example, here's a web page on current COVID statistics published by the Texas Department of Public Health. In this case, our citation will include the words retrieved from because these statistics are designed to change on a daily basis. Let's take this example from an article we found on WebMD. A quick check on Wikipedia confirms that WebMD is a healthcare website. Let's start with the author. Remember, in APA, we use only the author's last name and first initial. The date is formatted as year, month, day. Next comes the title of the article in italics, and then the name of the website. We end with the URL. If you have questions about APA 7 website citation, please contact a librarian.